Thanksgiving is about gratitude and connection, but it usually means disrupting eating patterns and skipping meals and overindulgence. By the way, if you hear some sounds in the background, apparently we have some construction workers behind us that are drilling, and the whole newsroom is rushing to tell them to stop drilling, but we're going to keep on going because we're the news biz. Here to talk about finding the balance, Dr. Diane Cress with the Department of Nutrition and Food Science at Wayne State. And hello there, Diane, Dr. Diane.
Hello.
So Thanksgiving, well, of course we're going to eat like pigs on Thanksgiving. Isn't that what the holiday is all about?
I would say yes. We should enjoy our food. We should enjoy it with gratitude and people we love and not be too hard on ourselves about overeating.
Okay, so now what kind of tips should we take? Okay, so I'm trying to watch my weight right now. I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm trying to. I got the little calorie app and stuff. I got a little bit of a belly that I'm not comfortable with. Not anything too bad, but it's I don't like having tight pants on. And so I've been watching it. But on Thanksgiving, man, I'm going all out. I'm eating the pumpkin pie. I'm eating all kinds of stuff. What should we watch out for? I mean, it's okay to pig out on Thanksgiving, right?
Absolutely. So one meal doesn't change the year of work or however long you've been working on your fitness app. I do suggest if people are counting their calories using an app, maybe they don't do that on Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
So that one meal can be anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 calories.
That's that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Maybe 2 days worth of food, but that doesn't really take you off track too much. Just get back to your routines the next day. Enjoy the food. There are some tricks and tips for how not to overdo it too much. If you want to hear those,
sure.
I could share. So smaller plates. The smaller your plate is, the less food you can put on it. And then you can still go back for seconds, but maybe if you're going back the second time, you've had enough time to realize you're a little bit full and you don't need that much more food. Or you go back and you fill up that small plate again. It's really okay. But if you're trying to eat with intention and be a little bit careful, a smaller plate, and then also be honest with yourself about portion size. So a portion of mashed potatoes is half a cup. So if you put 3 cups of mashed potatoes on your plate or stuffing or mac and cheese, just know that that's about 6 servings, right? So just being honest with what you're taking. Just because it's one food doesn't mean it's just one serving.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question that you're probably not prepared for, but you are a dietitian.
I got
it. So what are the worst things to eat? Like, I'm a big pie guy, and my wife will make pies, and my wife's one of those crazy people who makes way too much food. When you're talking about the plates, she breaks out, these giant plates, and the whatever you call the thing underneath it, the not a placemat, whatever it's called, what girls like to put out there, ladies. I don't know. No, I don't know what they're. I don't know.
A charger, maybe.
Charger, that's it.
There
you go. Yeah, they put out the chargers and all that kind of stuff, and she sets a beautiful table and all that. I know pies are bad, and I can eat a ton of pie. What are the things what's kind of a sneaky one? Like, you're eating the broccoli thinking, oh, this is healthy for me.
That's such a good point, because the pie is loaded and you're going to enjoy it and you know it. But if you load up with like green bean casserole, that's a favorite Thanksgiving dish, right? Mm-hmm. And you think, well, I'm eating vegetables. You might as well pick the thing you like if you don't like green bean casserole, because that's loaded with the same kind of stuff that's in your dressing, that's in your mashed potatoes. So pick what you like to eat and enjoy that. And I would also say you're very lucky that your wife likes to make pie, because pie is the best part of Thanksgiving.
Well, I am very lucky. I have a lovely wife, and she makes a tremendous amount of food, and it's a big deal when she does. Oh, hang on. Let's see. So what are this? It's not really about weight. Regular meals help. Skipping backfires. What is that? So that's like for people like, I'm not eating for 3 days and then I'm going to pig out.
That's exactly right. So people will think, if I don't eat breakfast and lunch, then I can have whatever I want for dinner. It's really a much better idea to stay in your eating routine so that you don't overeat. The real problem with overeating at Thanksgiving is the discomfort that comes with that, right? So So you want to be able to enjoy your food. If you want more, then have more later. And so I see the last point on there is avoid being pressured to eat more. And so in your example, your wife makes a lot of food. She probably wants people to eat it and enjoy it, and rightly so. But it's hard if you're trying to be intentional with your eating to avoid that pressure to eat more. So some things you can say are like, oh, you're a wonderful cook. I'd love to taste everything. Could I take some home? So a host might have extra to-go containers to send people home with.
Yeah,
I never brought leftovers.
No,
Not once.
No,
Not
my
once?
wife brings my kids leave with tons of food and all that. The other thing is like, the avoid guilt. I kind of feel like, I paid for all this. She goes to the store. And I mean, I don't even know what it's going to cost this year with the high prices. But I mean, it's like $600-700 worth of food, and I'm like, man, I'm picking out. I'm eating this stuff. I paid for this.
Well, that's fair. And if there's one thing I don't like, it's wasting food. So if you have paid for and prepared and served food, it should be consumed. Maybe not all at once. Maybe you could have seconds later. That turkey sandwich 3 hours later with a glass of milk is one of my favorite Thanksgiving things, right? So you don't have to eat it all at once, but if you want to, you go right ahead and enjoy it.
3 hours later, it's a piece of pie, another piece of pie.
Oh,
That's
for me, it's
what
the turkey sandwich.
All right, thank you very much, Dr.
And milk.
Yes, Dr. Diane Cress, and we'll be right back. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.